On the grid here, I have a little thing. I thought we'd have some fun. It's called Which Came First.
Well, you don't normally do this.
I know.
Fun on the grid?
I put fun on the grid.
Yeah, that's rare.
So let me give these guys a little fun. But I'm going to have to push it aside for a moment because I've done something that it's wrong, but I'll tell you what's been going on at my house. I've kept this quiet from you, and we'll have to move the Which Came First game to either later or a different day. Which came first is like...
Chris Demm or ketchup?
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good one, though. That's tough. That's going to be on me. Well...
Which came first, Chris Demm or
condiments
ketchup?
were a big thing.
Perfect.
Then.
Exact example. I'm glad you gave that. Well, that and the ketchup smoothie is a thing. Heinz is collaborating with Smoothie King for a first ever of its kind Heinz Simply Ketchup Smoothie. It's ketchup, apple juice, sorbet, acai, strawberries, raspberries, and a fruity ketchup finish that you can have right now. Heinz has called it a delicious summer sip until the end of summer, and you can get it for a limited time at Smoothie King locations in most cities.
I believe it. I'm sure it's probably tastes good.
You think they make it taste good?
I don't bet it
but
tastes.
It's ketchup.
You probably don't get a lot of ketchup flavor, though.
I bet not.
I've never mixed ketchup with anything else. I know that there are tons of mixes now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the mayo chup.
Oh, yeah.
And
yes.
Is there mustard chup or must chup or whatever they
Probably.
call it? All kinds of.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And there's spicy ketchup and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer just Heinz.
You just regular old.
Right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine smoothieing it.
Agreed. Except now, Biggie's we got a new Whataburger in town.
And people like tomato juice.
Of course. V8.
Yeah.
Tomato juice. Yeah.
I don't like tomato juice.
Oh, I do.
So you might like the smoothie.
When I'm traveling, like I'll be in New York in 2 weeks, I'll probably get tomato juice. So.
Wow. Living on the edge.
So.
City that never sleeps. I'm here for the tomato juice.
Right. Biggie's friend, who's also a big foodie, who has been to Whataburger, told me they have a spicy ketchup that is fantastic.
People do talk about that.
That's his thing. And we have a new Whataburger in town. So there's your look into ketchup. So we were going to do that, like which came first, Chris Demm or ketchup. But now I've had something happen, and it's been probably a week or 9 days in the making, okay?
Okay.
You've heard me mention our dog, Franklin, who we got 5 weeks ago. That little devil, he and I are just like peas in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I go, he follows me.
Yep.
When I come home, he'll come to me in excitement piddle, and it's okay.
Still?
Yeah.
He's less and less, but
yeah,
he'll excitement piddle on my shoe, and I'll have to praise him. And, he's just a great dog. He really is. He's got a great little personality, and he chews some, but, he's a puppy.
Does he bark?
He barks if somebody knocks on the door, rings the doorbell, or comes up on the porch.
Loud bark, quiet bark?
Can bark loudly.
You kind of want that, though.
And I've heard this breed. It's an ultra Bernedoodle, so it's just a pretty much run of the mill dog. Mm-hmm. But I've heard that breed is very vocal if somebody comes into the house, like a watchdog. All fine. Everything's great with him. It really is. Our older dog, Annie, gets along with him okay. They have their dust-ups, but they're okay. It's working just fine. Of course, it's always challenging because he's a puppy and you've got to watch the chewing and all those kinds of things. But the one thing he will do is if I'm doing laundry or anybody's doing laundry and you drop a sock, he's on it immediately. And you've got to chase him. And, I've told you, it's like me and a coffee table and him. Mm-hmm. And my kids seem to never, ever get involved. I'll say, you go around there, and they're like, oh, come on, just get him. I'll say, well, you get your dog. You get behind him.
He likes you.
Well, he likes them too. They pet him. When the times are good, they're there. Let him poop in the house, they're out of the house immediately. You know how that goes.
Or when they need you to play zone defense.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I say. Let's play zone. Let's do this. Last night, he had to vomit, and this is the second time this is happening. So I pick him up and race him outside, and he vomits like while I'm holding him.
Okay.
And then I try to keep him away from it while people deliver me paper towels to get it up because he'll reheat it.
Oh yeah, that's what dogs do. They don't know. They're like, oh, second dinner.
Oh God, right. And they love it. Apparently, going down the second way, they love it. So
was it food coming up?
It was. It was nothing but it looked like basically kibble that was wet. I mean, it was just he's still in form almost. He had just eaten not long earlier. But you sort of chalk that up to they're a puppy, whatever. That's it. As Biggie was saying. Now, here's what happened. I'd say 8 or 9 days ago, my daughter came walking in with her bag of laundry, and she goes, I think he just ate my sock. And I was like, are you sure? And she goes, I'm not, but I think so. I can only find one sock in this bag and, in this basket that, the rest had matches. I said, yeah, but did you see him? She said, I didn't really see him, but I can't find it. And I was like, but
in your mind, where did you go?
Well, first it was...
Careless child?
Yes.
Or lovable pup?
Careless child, because I thought she's lost socks before. They fall behind the dryer or whatever. She's lost them. Many times she's lost a sock. And I said, are you absolutely sure? Because he was only on my site for like a minute. And I thought, to get a sock all the way down, wouldn't you have to... Because he's gotten my socks before, and, I get it out of his mouth.
You tug a war.
Smaller foot.
And, well, I said to her, how big is a sock? And she said, probably the size of yours, because hers went up higher on the leg. Okay. And I grilled her on it. I was like, what about this sock? And
what color is the sock?
I said, look.
White? Was it striped?
Was. So I looked at the dog, and he's, giving me the puppy look. I was like, did you eat that sock? I wasn't sure. And then I had just taken him to the vet the day before to the tune of $218.
Routine.
And I said, I'm not taking him back to the vet over this thing. All right. I said, let's watch him closely and make sure that he's still diddling properly and has energy and all those kinds of things. And she's like, okay. And then I said, let's look for this sock. So we go back in, we look all around, and we never can find it. But I sort of think, all right, it's under the dryer or something. And I'm just like, I just can't believe. I just didn't believe in the amount of time he was gone from my site, he could have swallowed a sock. Okay. So, time goes on. We watch him. He diddles. Okay.
Diddles.
He did. That's my word for poopy. Okay. He poops properly. Now, he's had a little diarrhea, but we also chalked that, not that much. And it's like, I chalked that up to, all right, he's just a puppy. He's thrown up a couple of occasions. He's a puppy. So then for a couple of days, he would look like he was going to diddle and not. He would, and I thought, is he constipated? What's going on? And in the back of my mind,
there better not be a sock in that dog's ass. I swear on everything holy, if there is a sock stuck in that dog's ass, I am going to be beside myself.
And here I've grounded my daughter in the middle of her summer vacation.
I grounded her. And I thought, in the back of my mind, I was like, he swallowed that sock. Yeah. I was like, he swallowed that sock.
Was the meter tilting toward dog, swallow sock?
Yeah. And
meanwhile, he's going, I'm in deep yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, chef's kiss going down, but getting out.
But he was acting absolutely fine. Other than, and I would watch him very closely as he diddled. I would stare at him, which I think made him nervous. He'd look over his shoulder, when he was in that crouch position.
Oh, crap, he knows. Oh, he knows I ate that sock.
And for a few days, either a little would come out, nothing would come out, or it would be in the form of diarrhea.
Oh, dear.
And I thought, he swallowed that sock. He swallowed that sock. So yesterday, I had made the decision in my head, I'm going to take him to the vet and get an x-ray to see, because I was afraid,
how risky is this? I mean, you don't know, but it sounds,
I Googled it.
It could certainly be risky.
I Googled it, and it said most times they'll pass it, but sometimes it causes a blockage and you have to do a surgery. And you know what I saw there?
Dollar signs.
Dollar signs. And I said to my wife yesterday, I said, I think we might need to take Franklin to the vet over this sock. Well, you know what happened yesterday? Rain through the roof.
There's already chaos at the house.
All hell broke loose. I forgot all about it.
But the dog?
The dog. I knew the dog, but I forgot. I didn't even think about the sock. I didn't think about taking him to the vet. Now, he vomited last night late, right before bed, and I thought, could that be sock related? Because I did think he may have swallowed the sock. Now, I got down on my hands and knees and looked under that dryer.
Is the whole family aware of the sock situation?
Well, of course, the children left it on the day of. They were like, okay, whatever. They just get to blindly walk through life.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it. And I mentioned a couple of times to my wife, and she's like, well, his behavior has been absolutely normal. I mean, he's been frisky and, puppy-like.
But digestively, things are changing.
A little bit. And I thought, is this just being a puppy, or is it real? I've just gotten a text.
There's a sock hanging out of your dog's asshole. He's dragging it through the house.
You need to come home and get
Get
it.
it immediately.
No. She says, Franklin, that's our puppy, has just thrown up that entire sock. The sock was in vomit on the floor.
Thank God it came out that way.
Came out that way. It was something like a horror movie. Catherine, our 16-year-old, covered her mouth and ran from the room, screaming and crying. I doubt I see her the rest of the day. You need to come home immediately. Okay. All right. So thank God it's out. We're being so careful now with our socks. That dog.
Yeah, he's gonna have a sock fetish.
They eat and they swallow socks. I didn't think he had enough time. I didn't take my eyes off him more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The sock was gone.
Every puppy especially, it's like they have a thing.
Yeah, that's it.
You got to watch them.
For him, it's socks.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Do they grow out of that, or they always
do.
eat?
I think they do.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm not sure, though.
I don't know. I'll tell you, my dog's thing was cardboard. For whatever reason, she would, if there was
package.
she would chew on the cardboard to the point when even in her crate, she was next to like a bookshelf.
Yeah.
She was reaching through the crate and trying to chew on the books.
Yeah.
And to this day, if there's an Amazon box around for too long, I'll look at her and she's eyeing it and trying to let me go get a little piece of that.
Size it up.
Yeah. So you might always have to watch him around.
That is a target-rich environment at your house.
Yeah.
Socks?
No, cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my house. Yeah.
At Biggie's place. Everything through the door comes in cardboard.
Yeah.
Groceries and
Good
everything.
point.
That's right. Well, thank God he got it up. But in the back of my...
Yeah.
That's
It's
good.
better to go out that way than the other.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I pictured myself having to tug it out of his...
Yeah.
Which I would have done.
Well, and I bet later today, he's going to have a massive...
Oh, I bet.
Because everything's been in there is now going to process out.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Golly. But thank goodness out of him, and we didn't have to have
Does the sock go in the trash or back into the wash cycle? I know how cheap you are.
Sounds like trash to me, though. I'm not home. If it were me, I'd say, all right, wash it. Put some OxyClean on it.
Put it on hot.